everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's going on in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and today we're on location at the AMF Mount Lebanon Lanes. And later on in the show, we'll talk with Dan about what's going on at the Lanes this summer and how he's working with the library. But first, I want to talk about some programs in the Adult Services Department. So we have quite a few exciting programs going on in the Adult Department for the month of June. First, it's the start of our Adult Summer Reading Club, which will begin on June 6th and continue through August for 8 weeks. There's 8 weeks of, let me do that again. So we have some exciting programs going on in the Adult Department for the month of June. First of which is the Adult Summer Reading Program, which is an 8-week program that will begin on June 6th. So for each item that you read or listen to, you're eligible to enter into a drawing, a weekly drawing for a $25 gift card. And every participant of the Adult Summer Reading Program is eligible for a raffle for our grand prize. And this year that is a Fitbit, so very exciting. On Thursday, June 2nd at 7 p.m., we have a program for first-time home buyers where you will understand some of the jargon that you're going to hear from lenders such as PMI, personal mortgage insurance, or LTV. You also learn ways to purchase a home with less than 20% down and how to get a mortgage pre-approval before you even go out searching for a home. On Friday, June 3rd at 10 a.m. and also again on Thursday, June 9th at 7 p.m., Rob and Rachel will be teaching a class on our 3D printer. So you will learn the basics of 3D printing. You will use the Tinkercad software to design a 3D model, and then you'll have the opportunity to see something print, one of the models print on our 3D printer. Saturday, June 11th is our memory lab. Ed heads this up. You can use our audio and video equipment to record family histories and then store them on a database so that you can share them with families that are near and far. We do ask that you make an appointment. It's available the whole day, Saturday, June 11th, but you do need an appointment. Also on Saturday, June 11th, but at 11 a.m., we have a program on Reiki, how to discover the power. So in this program, you're going to learn what Reiki is, how does it work, what does it feel like, and how it can help you. On Saturday, June 18th at 11, we have Car Insurance 101. So you can come learn about rates and coverage and discounts and deductibles, and you will walk away knowing how to read that declaration page that you get with your insurance. So everything on that, you'll be able to understand what it means and is it covering what you want it to cover. On Wednesday, June 29th at 2 p.m., our favorite physical therapist, Dr. Shannon Cohen, will be at the library for a program called Gardening in Your Body, where she will give you tips on how to save your knees, hips, and back from aches and pains while you're gardening. On Wednesday, June 22nd at 7 p.m., we have an author talk with Dorit Sassoon. She'll be there to discuss her memoir called Accidental Soldier, a memoir of service and sacrifice in the Israel Defense Forces. So this is her true story when she was 19 years old, and she volunteered for the Israeli Defense Forces in search of independence and freedom. So she'll talk about her experiences there, and there'll be time for you to ask her questions and talk about some of the themes in her book. On Saturday, June 25th at 11 a.m., we have a special class on planning for children with special needs. So parents of children with special needs often ask, like, what's going to happen to my child when I'm no longer here? So come and you'll learn to review your financial situation, discuss what your child's needs may be in the future, and also learn about some benefits provided by the government to help you with your special needs child. So we have some fundraising activities going on too this month. Saturday, June 4th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., Reverend Dr. Debbie Packler will be at the library for our Raising Funds While Raising Spirits events. You do need an appointment. They're 30-minute appointments, and they're $35 each. 20% of the fee comes directly back to the library to help us meet our annual fundraising goal. These appointments do fill fast, so we ask that you call and make an appointment. And also, a couple special things coming up. We have some summer raffles this year. So beginning June 6th, you'll be able to purchase a $1 raffle ticket for one of two items. One is a Kindle Fire, and the other is an Xbox One. So come in, purchase some tickets. The drawing will not be until Monday, August 8th. So you can purchase tickets up through Saturday, August 6th. We'll draw for these two fabulous prizes on Monday, August 8th. And just a reminder too that the library is closed on Sundays throughout the summer through Labor Day. So no Sunday summer hours for the library. And that's what's going on in the Adult Services Department. Elaine, what's going on over in your department?
A lot. Here's what we have going on in the Children's Department, Christine. Over in the Children's Department, we are super excited for this year's theme. On your mark, get set, read. This is 2016's summer reading theme. So we're inviting all families with children of all different ages to come to our summer reading kickoff event scheduled for Tuesday, June 7th at 6 p.m. And it's being held at the community center this year just because we need the space. We've actually invited Chimera Drum and Dance to join us for the evening. So they needed a stage and we needed space to move around. This performance will have everybody up and moving, and so we're really looking forward to it. So you can come over to the community center at 6 p.m. if you want to make a drum of your own, a homemade drum, before the performance starts. Perhaps get your face painted. And then, like I said, Chimera Drum and Dance will be on stage beginning at 7 p.m. Starting the week of June 6th, I want to remind families that our story times for the little ones will be starting back up. So we'll have our toddler story time on Tuesdays, Mother Goose on the Loose on Wednesdays, Baby Jam on Thursdays, and preschool story time on Fridays. And again, that's starting the week of June 7th. I did not mention Giggle and Wiggle. That's because it's not starting in June, but we will pick that back up again in August. So Giggle and Wiggle will indeed return, but we have to wait until August for it to do so. For our kindergarten through fourth grade crowd, we have a lot of great stuff going on. If you are available Thursday mornings, we would love for you to join our Wise Walker group. They meet in South Park, and you can join them and kind of go on some walks together, looking and appreciating nature along the way. If you sign up for that and you participate all 4 weeks, there will be some incentives for you, some things that we'll give away at the end of the 4-week program. We have Meet the Players scheduled for Friday, June 17th at 3 p.m. And this is where you'll have a chance to meet local Bethel Park athletes. So if you ever watched the Bethel Park Blackhawk football team or the baseball team, now's your chance to get to meet some of those players in person. So we invite you to bring a notebook or a hat or even a t-shirt with a Sharpie, because they'll be happy to give autographs at the end as well. But it's just a way for you to learn more about the sport and how they got started and what they think is important. And maybe they'll give you some tips if you're playing that sport. We are also looking forward to our Little Chef's cooking class, which is scheduled for Tuesday, June 21st at 1 p.m. Local Pittsburgh chef Teresa Falvo will be coming to the library to teach kids how to make a healthy and delicious salad that they will help prepare and then get to eat after the class. So that'll be a great one for sure. Registration is limited, so please make sure you sign up soon. Registration for all of our programs will begin June 1st, so you want to make sure you call as close to June 1st as you can. For our teens, we have our annual beginning of the summer, end of the school year kind of kickoff. We have a teen lock-in every year, and this year it is scheduled for, let me make sure I get the date right, Thursday, June 2nd, from 7 to 10:30 p.m., and we have all sorts of fun things planned. We'll, of course, provide some refreshments for you as well. So talk to your friends, see if you can get a group together, and make sure you join us on your last day of school, I believe, June 2nd, 7 to 10:30 p.m. I also want to mention the sports trivia night, which just isn't for teens. It's actually a family event, so the whole family can participate. We're having a sports trivia night on Saturday, June 11th at 6 p.m. And it'll kind of be a combination of Trivial Pursuit, Jeopardy, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We're kind of combining those 3 games for our sports night trivia. So if you think you know a lot, or if you're just a big fan of the Pirates, the Penguins, the Steelers, maybe the Pitt Panthers, or your hometown Blackhawks, make sure you join us for Sports Trivia Night. So that's all we have in the Children's Department. We actually have a lot more, but it would probably take up the entire show. So I'm just going to encourage you to come on in and pick up one of our 3 flyers, whichever one best suits your needs. These are also available online at bethelparklibrary.org. So that's just some of the fun stuff that we have planned for you this summer over in the Children's Department. Please stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll be talking with General Manager of AMF Lanes, Dan Gallagher, who will fill us in on some fun programs that he's offering over at the Lanes this summer, as well as how he's working in conjunction with us for our summer reading program. Stay tuned. Take me out to the library. Take me to meet the cool staff. They have trading cards with names, pictures, and stats. They're all so cool, I'll have many a good chats. For I love, love, love my home library. There's no place I'd rather be. On your mark, get set, read is the theme. Check it out for yourself and see.
Visit the Oliver Miller Homestead, an 18th century reenactment site located just off the circle on Corrigan Drive in South Park. Self-guided tours are available each Sunday from May 1st until December 8th from 1:30 until 4:30 p.m. with guides in 18th century garb located around the grounds to answer questions and to give information. Your tour will begin in a reproduction bank barn where displays give information on the movement west. You will also see the Miller Still and learn about the production of whiskey and the importance of it and of the Whiskey Rebellion to this area. Follow the Miller Trail up the path and visit the transportation shed, demonstration shed, forge, a reproduction log house, the original spring house, gardens, and finally end at the stone house. Each month, the guides host at least one special event. The homestead is also a great place for tours, tailored to the needs of school-age children, scout groups, or adults. Visit our website at www.olivermillerhomestead.org for a schedule for the year and much more information on the history of the Miller family, our organization, and pricing information.
Welcome back, everybody. Joining us now is General Manager of AMF Lanes, Dan Gallagher. So thank you, Dan, for being here today and for inviting us to be here. It's always exciting for us to go on location.
Yes, we like going on location.
Kind of switches things up a little bit for us. So a lot of fun stuff going on here this summer. A lot of great things that you're offering families. Talk about some of the programs that families can register for and be a part of this summer.
Well, this summer we have a program that's really neat. It's very cost effective. It is the Summer Pass, and actually I'll kind of put it up here and see if anybody can see that from this distance.
You offered this the last couple of years as well, I believe.
Yeah, actually the program's kind of evolved over the years. At one point it used to be sponsored by Pepsi, and it was 2 free games a day. Well, it's evolved into a sense where adults, and that was just for youth back then, but now it's for adults and for youth. 16 and under, $23.95 is the cost for the pass, and that gives them 3 games a day, includes the shoes, from May 23rd through Labor Day.
Which is just incredible. Wow, I think almost too good to be true.
Oh yeah, and an adult.
But I did a couple summers ago. Did it with my own kids, and I mean,
Well, actually, if you look at it and do the math compared to what normal pricing would be over the regular season, the high parts of our season, which is from September through April, May. If somebody would come in and bowl a couple games and rent shoes, it would probably cost them around $15 a person.
Right. So two times, and you've already.
So two times you've already paid for it, and the adult pass is $28.95. And the program runs as such that when we open, which is noon every day here at this location, we have 3 other locations too. But you get here by 8 o'clock at night. As long as you're in the building by 8 o'clock at night, this applies to use your 3 games.
And that pass is good at all locations?
Well, where you sign up
is where
you use the pass at. But there's actually 4 locations in the Pittsburgh market.
Wonderful.
So, what else do you have going on? So that's the Summer Pass.
That's the Summer Pass.
I know you have more.
Well, we just recently had a Kids Fest, which we do twice a year. It was very successful. It was just this past Saturday. We had about 72 kids show up for it.
Good.
Got $1 hot dog, $1 Pepsi, and they were able to bowl a couple games for free. And the adults could bowl for $5. And one of the things we try to do with that is we're trying to drive interest into this sport. probably in the 80s to roughly 2000, we didn't do a good job in our industry actually promoting to the youth. And what is the backbone kind of our business is leagues, and having people catch that fever and join a team,
Sure.
join a league, and they bowl consistently throughout the year for a duration of a number of weeks. So what we're trying to do is get that youth program built back up again, because they become your future league bowlers. And if you can get them to catch the fever, it's a great thing, because this kind of becomes their home or their country club, so to speak, in that sport. So what we do is we have a junior program that we run from September through April, May. It is sanctioned by the USBC, United States Bowling Congress. The kids, every single child that's involved in that program gets scholarship money every single year. It is the only sport in the country that does that. They don't have to hope to be good enough to have some scout from some college coming.
And I never
and
knew
giving
that
them a
until
scholarship.
last year when we had you
Yes,
on the
that's
show.
what I
Yes.
remember.
And I
Yes.
learned that, and I was like, wow, that's really
Yeah, we
that's
have
really a great thing.
Yeah, we have Mr. Adams and Mr. Lewis are the coaches. Ben is a former Pro Tour bowler. He carries a 230 average, and if anybody knows bowling, a perfect game is 300. So to carry a 230 average is
Impressive.
phenomenal. Yes, it's very impressive. And he has over 3,300 games. So
Wow.
he's very modest and won't talk much about it, but he's that good. He's one of the coaches. Now you can get into this program at ages 7 through age 20.
Okay.
And there's tournaments you can go to, and it all can be pretty local. And then what happens is, depending on your achievements, is the dependency on how much money you're going to get. Okay? But the child does not actually get that money. It goes into what's called a SMART account, which is through the USBC. So it's very controlled, regulated. You don't have to worry that anybody's going to be touching that money or taking it, but it's there for that child whenever they go to college.
Great.
And we know kids that have caught that fever, learn how to bowl. They go and do tournaments all over Western PA, Ohio, West Virginia, and they've paid for their college education.
That's
So-
amazing.
Wonderful.
So,
yeah, that
yeah.
is.
That's a no-brainer. So,
that's-
like you said, it's dependent upon your success or your achievements, but every child is
Yes.
guaranteed something.
Yes,
just for
every
being a part
child
of the
is
program.
guaranteed something for being a part of that program every year.
Excellent.
Every year.
Wonderful.
So now they have to attend too. You know,
Right.
so if somebody could not attend for half of the season for some reason, then maybe what their achievements would have gave them, they would get half of that.
Right.
But every child will get something,
Great.
and it goes into that SMART account.
Very good.
So-
Anything else that you want to share with our families?
Yes, actually, we have what's called a Camp AMF, and it's a 12-week summer bowling program, and I'll kind of show that. I don't know if that can zoom into it at all or not, but it's 3 games of bowling a week. What every child will get will be an official Camp AMF t-shirt, and they will get a choice of a bowling ball and a bag. So for a 12-week program, they pay $12.75 a week per person a week. And what we're also doing with that program is trying to get the youth actually interested, excited about bowling. And there really is no age limit on this, because we have the ability out on our lanes to pull up bumpers, and we even have ramps that kids can roll balls off of. But 3 games in shoes probably take approximately 2.5 hours. But if you would calculate what you're paying for the league per week, you could look at it one way or other. You're either bowling for free or you're getting a bag and a ball for free
Right.
to come here, plus the shirt on top of it. So that's a program. It's new this year, and it's starting June 8th. It's a Wednesday program, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I would want the hot pink ball.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
there's hot pink, there's
definitely.
night sky, there's a bumblebee color.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's lots of choices in it. And then another thing that we're doing that can be for youth and for adults throughout this summer, and this program is going to be starting on June 6th, 7 p.m. Is the start time. It's on Monday evenings, and it's $10 a week per person. I'll kind of put that flyer up too. And this is called Bowl for Freedom. And $10 a week per person. Of course, anyone can join it. Every single person that joins that league and completes it, we as the center are going to donate $48 per person to our local DAV. And that's for disabled veterans. And along with that, by joining this league, everyone who joins it can get a ball. And it's not in the actual formatted colors of the balls, but you can get one that looks like a United States flag.
Oh,
you can get
nice.
one that's United States Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force. So they're all
I love it.
symbolic of our armed forces or patriotic in some
Right,
sense.
right.
So that's
Excellent.
another program we're doing. We're really excited about this. Right now, we have about 24 people signed up for it. So it is
Good.
growing, and we're hoping to get double that by June 6th. So if you calculate 20 times 48, that's a nice chunk of money that we could send to the DAV.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's really
So-
great.
And it's a cause. I'm a big supporter of veterans, so we're trying
It's
this and
near
it's
and dear to
working.
your heart.
Yes, something near and dear to
Good,
my heart
good.
and some of my staff. And I've got a brother and a nephew are career Air Force people, so
Excellent.
I felt it would be
Good,
a
that's
good
a
thing
good
to do.
fit. Yeah,
And it's come along good. So those are the programs we can do for adults and children.
Great.
This program, the Bowl from Freedom, obviously, you know, a dad or son or mom and daughter
Right.
or vice versa
Right.
can join the program and just have fun, and they get a neat ball out of it too.
Awesome.
So, but
Thank
those are
you
the programs
for
we're
sharing.
running.
And besides being a supporter of veterans in the U.S. Military, you are also an avid supporter of literacy, right?
That's
because you've been
absolutely
helping
right.
us out here at the library for at least 7 years, perhaps more.
Yes.
With our summer reading program.
Yes.
So we appreciate that, and we look forward to it each year. Tell me why that's important to you. Why do you feel the need to support literacy?
Well, literacy leads to education, and to get children involved in reading, I think, has become more difficult in our society today
Well, media attention,
with the
and
media
the
attention
iPhones and the iPads and the video games.
Yes, and so this type of program I think is neat because you can also reward the kids with a fun event, and that's what we do at the end of the
Yes.
summer. We give
Yes.
them a fun event, and they could come in and bowl. But education, to me, is the key to all success. It's an attitude of an
Absolutely.
individual to succeed, but if you don't have that basic education and literacy, there's no way you're going to succeed in this world. So
Absolutely.
that's why I
Were you a
support
reader
it.
growing up?
Yes, I was.
Good. Good for you.
Yes, I
Nice
did.
to hear.
I even do now, off a Nook.
Good. Nice. So we thank Dan again, and as he mentioned, you for signing up for summer reading and earning at least 2 bingos, you will automatically be invited to our end of the summer bowling party, which is scheduled for Friday, August 26th from 11 to 1 p.m. here at AMF Mount Lebanon Lanes. So thanks so much for being on the show, Dan. We really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you
And
for
we wish
having me
you-
and coming to my place.
Absolutely. We wish you best of luck this summer.
Thank you, and the same to you.
Thank you.
All right. Strike up some fun in AMF Mount Lebanon Lanes this summer.
And don't forget to come to the library and sign up for summer reading.
So thanks again to Dan and the entire AMF staff for having us on location today. Thank you for watching at home. And as always, if you have any questions or comments on any of the things that we've talked about on today's show, you know what to do. Give us a call,
Or visit our website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person.
We'll leave you today with a few exciting book trailers. Have a
Enjoy.
good day.
Thank you.